Game of Thrones. Okay, it's been like forever since I've done a Game of Thrones video, but I'm back now, and this is episode 5 of season 5. It's titled Kill the Boy, Let's Do It. Oh my gosh, the pretty unsullied boy's alive. I don't know for how much longer, but he's alive.
But I'm the leader of my family.
Oh, too bad for you. Y'all gonna get ate by dragons. Oh, there's a dragon. Oh, you dead, son? The size of her dragon seems like completely inconsistent. All men must die. They did the thing. What was the point of that? She's like really not a good leader.
Half the men hate you already, Lord Commander.
So you're fine.
Kill the boy, Jon Snow.
He said the title of the episode. He did the thing.
But winter is coming.
Winter is coming. When's it gonna get here? Alright, we've been like 20 minutes in, so now naked people. Ramsay is very hairless. Oh, here's his booty.
Who are you going to marry? Stay and keep the son.
Don't try to hit him, he's gonna kill you.
You're not going to bore me. Are you, Miranda?
Why would you want to marry that? Sansa's starting to dress more and more like the evil queen from Once Upon a Time.
I'm Miranda, the Kennel Master's daughter.
She's jealous, she gonna kill you. Don't trust her, don't go in there.
At the end,
Don't go in there.
that would spoil the surprise.
I don't know you, I don't want to be surprised by you. I don't want to hear dog barking. Some strange chick lead me into a dark hallway. No. Sansa, that's dumb. That girl's gone, I'd just leave. Is that Reek just hiding in there? Oh my gosh. Theon, you looking rough. She gonna kill you.
Forgive me, I didn't think. Come here.
You're in trouble.
Give me your hand.
What's going on?
I forgive you.
You're so evil.
To your wedding.
To your wedding.
The olden days were just weird.
It must be difficult for you, being in a strange place.
She grew up there.
I'm sorry. Sorry about what? Killing your brothers.
All's forgiven.
We're going to have a baby.
Oh, it's just gonna make it worse. Yeah, Ramsay ain't gonna like that. He's gonna kill that chick.
And I took her beneath the tree where he was swaying. She fought me the whole time.
You guys are just horrible people.
Is this every book there is?
Yes, every book ever.
And guard the Queen and the Princess. No need to come in with us.
You know, because why not bring your kid to a war?
I am afraid.
Oh, it's okay, everyone's afraid. You know, of being stabbed.
I fear I never again see Missandei from the island of Nath.
Oh, he loves her. Oh, she's kissing the little cute eunuch boy.
I came here to tell you that I was wrong.
Sorry about it, but you know, your friend's dead. Saying you're wrong won't get the guy uneaten by a dragon.
I will reopen the fighting pits.
About time.
Thankfully, his suitor is already on his knees.
You gonna marry him? How romantic.
I am a person who drinks.
Me too.
People who drink need to keep drinking.
True.
Otherwise, the doom consumed it all alike. And neither of them turned.
Oh, they're doing like poetry with each other. Dragon! Behind you! Behind you! Gargoyle looking people with the dragon scale. I don't know why you wouldn't want him to touch you, because if you got that, you'd look pretty freaking cool. I want to become a stone man. Well, you jumped out of the pan and into the fire because you tied up in the water now. Oh, they under the water! Oh, heck no. Heck no. What do you mean didn't touch you? He grabbed your ankle and pulled you down. Where did their boat go? Like, they were in a boat under a bridge, and it looked very different than where they're at now. I'm confused. What, did they swim away or something? Did you get touched? You got touched, didn't you? Oh shoot, you turned it into the Thing from Fantastic Four! So in this episode, we see that the pretty unsullied boy is still alive, and that one kind of like handmaiden chick that he got a crush on is sitting there with him. Daenerys is looking at the body of that dead old guy, and she's like, he used to serve us, he was really cool, this sucks. They're trying to think of how they're gonna get rid of the Sons of the Harpy, and then she's like, you know what, we could just round up all the leaders of the different families, and she takes that one dude that's like trying to get on her good side and wants the fighting pits open. She rounds up all the guys, and then takes them down to the dungeony thing where she has her dragons, and she pushes one dude out and lets him get burnt and ate up, and then just scares the other ones, and then she's like, we'll talk later, we're done here. Meanwhile, John's at the wall, and he's, like, thinking over things he's gonna do, and he goes and talks to the old maester dude, and he's like, I'm gonna do something that's gonna make, like, half the guys hate me, I don't know if I should do it, and the old dude's like, do it! Be a man! John's talking to the guy that's the leader of the wildlings, and he's saying, look, get all your people together, I'll let them come through, just make sure they fight with me when the time comes. The guy's like, I'm not gonna do that, you're stupid, and John's like, think about it, y'all are gonna die, and he's like, okay, I'll help you. So John's like, okay, I'm gonna need to ask Stannis for some ships, and we'll all go and do it, and I'll go with you. So John tells all of the Night's Watch, and everyone's kind of upset about it, and the little boy, whose family got killed by the wildlings, he's, like, mad about it. The little boy comes to John later to give him his food, and John's like, what do you want to say to me? The kid's like, it's gotta be a joke, you gotta be tricking them, right? And he's like, no, really gonna help them, and the kid gets all mad and then just quietly leaves. Meanwhile, Brienne of Tarth is still waiting, like, keeping an eye out for Sansa, and she tells some old dude, I'm here to help Sansa. I told her mom I would, so I'm gonna need to let her know there's help if she needs it. Reek has some girl that he was sleeping with, and she's really jealous of Sansa because he said he was gonna marry her before he got legitimized as a Bolton. Ramsay's like, look, okay, I'm gonna marry her, but I want you to be my thing on the side, so I don't care if you want to, like, go get married or live a life, you're mine. He threatens her about, like, if she bores him, you know what happens to people when they bore him, and she's like, okay, well, let's just have sex then. That old lady handmaiden type person comes to Sansa and is like, hey, if you need any help, light a candle and put it at the top window of the broken tower, and people will help you. The North remembers. And she's like, who's gonna help me? And the old lady's just like, the North remembers, and then leaves the room. So Sansa goes and looks at the tower, and as she's looking at that chick that Ramsay was sleeping with, walks over to her. The chick's really creepy, and she was being creepy, and then she's like, hey, I got a surprise for you. Follow me. She leads her to the kennels and is like, go in, it's a surprise. And then just kind of, like, leaves. So Sansa goes in, and she walks past all these dogs, and in the last kennel is Reek. Later, Reek is helping Ramsay get dressed, and Ramsay's like, hey, you want to tell me something, what is it? Reek's like, I'm sorry, but Sansa saw me. And so Ramsay's, like, really creepy and looks like he's gonna beat the crap out of him, but then, like, gently touches his hand and is like, I forgive you. That's some serious emotional abuse. Then Sansa and Ramsay's dad, and, like, his new wife lady are all sitting down to eat. Ramsay's just going out of his way to try and make Sansa uncomfortable. He's bringing up her dead family, her, like, castle, how it's not hers anymore, all kinds of crap. And then he brings Reek in, and it makes it really awkward, and makes Reek apologize to her while looking, like, directly in her eyes. And then he's like, I have a great idea! He can give you away at the wedding! So he's all confident with himself, like, being a jerk, and so his dad's like, I'm gonna knock him down a peg. He's like, by the way, my wife is pregnant, and the maester thinks it's gonna be a boy. Isn't that great, Ramsay? And then Ramsay's all insecure and, like, worried about his position, and it makes Sansa smile. So later, Ramsay and his dad are, like, sitting at a table by themselves. Ramsay's just making fun of his, like, new stepmom. And then he's like, well, I'm your son until the new son comes along. And his dad's like, let me tell you about how I met your mother. Turns out Ramsay's mom was, like, some peasant girl that married a dude without the king's permission, so he's like, I know what I'll do. I'll kill her husband and then rape her under the swinging body of her husband. A year later, she shows up with Ramsay, and he was like, I'm gonna have her whipped and killed, but then he looked at Ramsay and was like, oh, this is my son. So then he's like, see, you've always been my son. I love you. I'm a great guy. Then later at the wall, Gilly's, like, asking Sam if the books in the library are, like, all the books in the world, and he's like, no. She's like, I'm sorry, I don't know things. And he's like, no, it's okay. People don't know things, but you can do things. And she's like, yeah, I can sweep the floor. And he's like, and you're really good at it. He tells her about the Citadel and how he wanted to be a maester, but now he's a Night's Watch dude. Then Stannis comes in, and Gilly just scurries out of the room. So Stannis is like, hey, Sam, your dad killed my brother. So he must have been a really good fighter. He looks him over, and he's like, but Sam, you don't look like a soldier. And Sam's like, no, I am not. And then Stannis asks him, well, then how did he kill a White Walker? And he's like, I stabbed it with obsidian. And he's like, okay, do some more reading and find out if that's a good way to kill them all, because we need all the help we're going to get. Stannis comes in and tells that one dude, I think his name is Davos or something, that they're going to go march on the Boltons. The dude's like, okay, I'll leave 12 men with your wife and daughter. And he's like, nope, I'm bringing them. Because why not? It's only going to be like a freaking war zone. Let's bring your wife and child. Then that pretty unsullied boy finally wakes up. And he's like, oh my gosh, I failed everyone. And then that slave girl that I can never remember her name, but she hangs out with Daenerys a lot. She's like, no, you didn't fail. And he's like, no, I didn't fail because I got hurt. I failed because when I was about to die, I was afraid I'd never see you again. And she's like, aw. So then she, like, leans over and kisses him. And Daenerys is still, like, not sure what to do. She's like, everything I do, things get worse. I listen to my advisors, I don't. It all gets messed up. So she asks that slave girl, and the girl's like, look, you kind of do everything, but you also just, like, listen to yourself and things that no one else thought of you do. And she's like, yeah! So she goes down to the dungeons, and that one dude that wanted the fighting pits is down there like, please don't kill me. Daenerys is like, okay, big people can admit when they're wrong. I'm sorry, I was wrong. I let my dragons eat a dude. She says she's gonna open the fighting pits, but only for free men, because she doesn't want slaves anymore. And then she says that she wants to, like, show she's on board with them by marrying one of their people, and then says, well, luckily someone's already on their knees, so I think she's gonna marry that dude. At this time, Tyrion and Jorah are still on their weird little sailing trip. They're kind of bonding, being bros, and then Tyrion's like, I know where we are going through, Valyria. Valyria? I don't know. They talk about how it was, like, once a great city, and then it fell, and history stuff. So this place is supposed to be, like, a big, creepy, doomed place. And as they're about to go under a bridge, they see Daenerys' dragon fly over, and they're like, holy crap. And then when they're looking at that, some freaking stone men start dropping off the bridge, and they're like, what's that splash? Then when they get under the bridge, the stone men start dropping in the boat. Jorah's like, don't let him touch you, and he's fighting him. Tyrion can't do anything because his hands are tied up, so he just, like, jumps over the side of the boat, and he's just, like, sinking because his hands are tied. And then one of the stone men grabs him and starts pulling him down. And then the screen kind of just goes to black for a while. And then finally you see, like, a first-person shot of Jorah trying to wake Tyrion up. They're on a beach now, and I'm not entirely sure how they got there, because where they were was, like, off in the distance, so did Jorah just, like, swim with him in his arms? Tyrion mentions that he's seen Grayskull before, but, like, nothing like that. They were, like, super weird. Then he thanks Jorah for saving him, and they kind of, like, bond for a second. Jorah's like, okay, we're gonna walk down the beach, try and find a fishing village, maybe get a boat. If we don't do that, we're gonna have to walk a long ways. Then Jorah walks off, and you see him look at his arm, and he's got, like, the little cracks. So one of them touched him, and he's gonna turn into a stone man. And then credits. So this was another episode that was, like, really slow. Everyone's, like, going off, and, like, you feel like a battle is right around the corner, but, like, nothing's happened yet. Just because I'm so late in watching these, like, I couldn't help but overhearing some spoilers, so I know stuff's about to get super real. So what do you guys think about it? If I forgot anything or left anything out, drop a comment. Don't forget to do the things, rate, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Until next time.